This is my review on the 2008 film Gran Torino. The one Clint Eastwood movie I can walk away saying, I actually think I hated this one. The one this is the one Gran Torino. This Gran Torino is the Clint Eastwood, one of the Clint Eastwood's one's first viewing it. I know that this was a bad movie, but I think the only thing, is outside of Clint Eastwood getting very believable and really good performance as a racist old bastard, cranky old bastard, and making the role as likable as he can with his star power and his charm. I feel if this was anybody else other than Clint Eastwood, it wouldn't have got as praised by audience or by critics as it's gotten, and still not got a bigger following years later down the line if it was anybody else playing this role other than Clint Eastwood. I mean, I think the reason why I think this is a guess, because this is what I was thinking. I thought this was going to be, I swear to God, I thought this was going to be his reprisal role as Dirty Harry as an old timer. That's what I thought this was going to be, based on the trailer. I thought he was going to play an old man version of Dirty Harry from the Dirty Harry movies. But now he's all retired and old and cranky and shit. Maybe this is, so I figure it was this based off the mocking of the trailers to this movie. I thought it was going to be I swear, I thought he was going to play Dirty Harry again. But he doesn't. He just plays a new character that he's never played before. And that's killed off in this movie, by the third act. It's like once you think he's having a different perspective on life, he kind of fucks it up by having the priest read his will, how he would say it. And that was his request, that the priest read it how he would say it, and read exactly how he wrote it. And I'll get to that, and this is where this kind of the Achilles heel from gives you whatever you start to like about this guy, and you start to see him change, it's instantly thrown out the window. Why? Well, the people that he was defending and bonding with and becoming like a family to these people were a bunch of Asian people. And he's a racist toward Asian people. It goes off and would call them a bunch of, we would call them stuff like fish head. Refers to them like stuff like fish head, because the way they look, but and he hates the youth, and we're often proven right by him that he is the messiah of the movie. Figure that's the man that might seems like a cranky old asshole, but really is a wise man that knows all and sees all guy. He just has to be crazy. He just happens to be a racist and a cranky old bastard. And this one, you think he changes his ways about his output on life. Yeah, all those people that are Asian people that he protected and bonded with, are paying respects to him to go his funeral and wake, and then they listen to his will. And holy fuck, it is a bunch of racist slurs insulting them. And he says, the kid can keep the Gran Torino if you just promise to keep it like it is and don't try to change it. It just looks like shit. Don't try and change it like some sort of fish head or some Jap. Was basically he says all these things in his will. And all of them, except for the kid that is a family member by blood, with the people he's referring to as in racist terms, are rightfully pissed off, except for the kid, because he gets to keep the Gran Torino because he bonded with the old racist bastard. And he just remembered that he got to keep it, and that's because he never got a car before. So you can only keep on under his terms, and that's saying that's his, if he promised not to change it at all, and just keep it as it is. And he takes the Gran Torino, and rides off in the sunset. And that was the ending of how the movie ends. Fuck. Like, he really knows, like, this guy, that Clint Eastwood plays, you know, he starts to warm up on you. Then he takes your balls and abuses it, you the audience, and slaps you in the face with them. By saying, no, psych, I have not changed my racist ways. I'm dead now. Try to kill me now. I'm a racist. Ha ha ha. This is that guy that's your main hero. What's the rest of the film like? Him shitting on in bonding with the family that he refers to in racist terms. The Asian people family that live next door. Well, shitting on the youth and calling the youth stupid because, not because the, well, shitting on the youth of the family, the family, because, well, shitting on the culture and race. It's, holy crap. And this all happens after his wife passes away. And he kicks people out and tells them to fuck off and get lost and refers to them as racial terms. And tells them to go back to their own country, basically, wherever they came from, wherever they came from. It's one of those things because they're trying to get him. They're basically trying to advertise retirement homes for him to retire in instead of living in his house still. And one thing leads to another. And then he starts basically become a bodyguard to the family by their gangs, by this gang that's blood relatives towards his family. And friends is going to get fucking ugly if you ever do something foolish like that again, like try to go after this or kill, do something fucked up. And so, and meanwhile, like the kid gets beaten and almost to death. That's bonding with the old man, Clint Eastwood's character, and he's basically lecturing him that he needs to get a job and he can't just go around like living in his lawn all day because of his race. So he needs to get a job. He should get a job sometime. So he was gonna get a job at a barber shop, and Clint Eastwood says insult another race, and that runs a barber shop, and the kid copies the same thing that the Clint Eastwood said to the guy. As he says, you can't just say that, because he probably blow your fucking fish head off. Gee, maybe you shouldn't have led such a bad influence to the kid, Clint Eastwood. Oh, and so he leads to one thing, him getting beaten almost to death, and leads to him making a stand. And instead of bringing a gun, he decides to bring no weapon except a lighter and a cigarette to give himself one last smoke. As the cops find out he didn't brought anything on him illegal, so the gang basically going to go from prison for a while. So and leads to his funeral, them being him fucking all the connections that he built throughout the course of the film, except for the kid, because he gets to keep the Gran Torino. And except for the kid, everyone looks like they want to fucking hang him, even though he's dead and 6 feet underground. Even the priest wants to do that, and he's white. So this when the person tied up, I think, will learn something about him. He decides to take the knife and twist it in their backs, basically by insulting everything about them. The people, all the people that went to his funeral, and all the people that went to church for his dead, to pay respects, and nobody else came except for those people. Wow. So that's Gran Torino. I really think the only reason why this movie got the hype it did got, for many years later, down the line to this day, is because Clint Eastwood is in this movie. It is a Clint Eastwood movie, but and he does like how and like Clint Eastwood tries to put his own personality is like into the movie to make sure this guy doesn't come across as unlike what he seems. But if you can see through the cracks of what a loser this guy is, it's a fucking ugly movie. I mean, see in between. I think that's right. See through the cracks. Is that right saying? Anyway, huh? You said that's the right saying? Mm-hmm. Okay, thanks, Dad. Anyway, so that's why I give Gran Torino starring Clint Eastwood a 0 out of 10. This is a bad movie. It is the worst Clint Eastwood thing has ever done in his career. I'm just glad this wasn't the last movie he made. Trouble with the Curve was a much better movie than this. I think that's called. It's the one with Amy Adams and Clint Eastwood, the main characters, and and they play the father and the father and daughter to get, and yeah, it's that one. This is called Troubles to Curve. That was a much better movie, but I'm surprised that didn't got as much hype and didn't got as much people seeing it as this movie did. This is the one Clint Eastwood movie I just felt dirty watching. I felt, I don't feel good watching this or comfortable watching this movie. I don't feel like it even has good intentions. I'm not even sure what the good intentions are. As one of the movies, the Gran Torino movie is. Maybe if he didn't wrote all that stuff in his will, maybe I would have ended up liking the movie more than I would have. I would have, because that movie really did ruin it for me when the priest read his will, and that's how he decided to write it. Okay, maybe it won't be my favorite one, but I would at least have some appreciation for attempting to and succeeding in a way of developing a character, So, yeah, Gran Torino sucks. Yeah, 0 out of 10 I guess. Alright, okay, bye.